So hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted a video. I was looking at the lesson for today and the necessity in your awakening, in your spiritual transformation to constantly apply the training of the mind, to constantly apply the change of mind that A Course in Miracles sets forth, right? It's a universal course, right? In a different way of thinking. Because the way you think now, right, the way you think as a human being, it's what's binding you to the world. It's what's binding you to illusions. And it is not until you start changing your mind that something happens. And a change in your mind it's a stepping back. It's a withdrawal of all ideas and concepts and beliefs that you hold. Right? It's not learning new concepts. It's the idea of releasing all concepts because your concepts are the problem. Yeah? So it's that new way of looking and thinking, right, that allows you to free up your mind. But truly, it's allowing yourself to step back and being shown. And it's only that will bring about, I'm sorry, I have an itch in my nose, that will bring about that change. Because truly, what you're looking for, you already are. The problem is that it's covered over with layers and layers of false beliefs. And belief is powerful indeed. It's made the whole world, you see. Right? So it truly is a deep need for relinquishment of everything, and I mean truly everything that you now believe. The lesson for today is a beautiful lesson. It says, "My mind is part of God's, I'm very holy." This is not just a beautiful statement, it's a true statement. I love, though, what he says. He says, "Today's idea does not describe the way you see yourself now." No, it does not. Sorry, I need to get rid of this itch here. It does not describe the way you see yourself now, right? You do not see yourself like that. That's the first step. Admit that you don't see yourself that way. Because in that admission, you're allowing, hopefully, then for the next step, which is you do want to see like that, right? It says here, "It does, however, describe what vision will show you. It is difficult for anyone who thinks he is in the world to believe this of himself," right? Right? That your mind is part of God's and that you're very holy. Yet the reason he thinks he is in this world is because he does not believe it. See, and again, we're always just working with your beliefs. It's your beliefs that are binding you. It's the beliefs that are binding your world. And it's through yourself that you're being released, capital S, right? What you're looking for to become, you are already. It's not like you're going to become something else. It's what you are in essence, in the way you were created. But in order to know that, you need to release all that you now believes, because that's what's binding you to this world of space and time. So that's just an incredible lesson. And is it uncomfortable? Yeah, maybe in the beginning, but not for long. Right? Once you get used to that new light reference, it becomes very easy and very joyful. But in the beginning, it's that shift, that dislodging of your mind from its fixed position that becomes uncomfortable for just a moment, right? And it's that allowance of starting to rely not on yourself or on the concept of yourself that you've made, but relying on something higher, a higher power to stay with you and guide you through that awakening, through that release. And that guidance, that power is always with you, right? When you rely on source, when you learn to rely on source, all fear disappears, because what? What is there to fear if you know you're being supported by everything? Huh? Like the whole universe literally comes rushing in by your invitation, by your acknowledgement that you want to wake up. If I skip a couple of lessons further, it's one of my favorite lessons in the Course in Miracles, and it says, "There's nothing my holiness cannot do." And again, it looks like such a simple, beautiful statement that sounds good, but maybe you go like, well, that may be true, but it's not true for me. But again, right, that's where the denial comes in, and that's where the change is going to occur. Because listen what it says, it's quite amazing. He says, your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. I mean, not some, not partially, all of them completely. You think you're under the laws of the world, right? He says the laws of nutrition, the laws of gravity, the laws of sickness, the laws of you name them. The laws of friendship, the laws of being liked. You have a whole list of laws that you believe in, and you do, right? You've never allowed yourself to completely, right, trust in God, to completely rely on source, right? But this is true. But your holiness does indeed reverse all the laws of the world. Listen to this. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. There are no limits on that, right? There's nothing you cannot do. I love that. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God at one with the mind of its creator. I love it, right? That's it. That brings it in perspective. It establishes you as you truly are. And the reason why you think you're limited is because you've made a limited version of yourself, right? You're limited yourself to a concept that's wholly untrue. And because of that, it seems like your power is limited. It's not. It's not. All power is given to you in heaven and earth, right? Your mind literally holds all power. There is no limit on the power of belief and the power of thought. But what is it that you believe? What are the thoughts you're holding? I love that, right? And again, it takes a little practice, right? You're so used to that old way of thinking, to old thought, right? That now you're being asked to do something completely new. It says, through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available, right? It's available to you right here, right now, in space-time, because it's not of space-time. It's always and always has been available to you, right? But what is it that you're using it for? What is it that you're wishing for, right? What is it that you're allowing to come to you? Because if you're allowing for limitation, if you're asking for limitation, you'll get limitation. No, it's through the undoing of what you think you are that everything is made available. And there is nothing that the power of God cannot do. Now listen to this, and I'll just think about this for a moment. Think about the concept of yourself, think about the world you live in, and then listen to this. Your holiness then, ready, can remove all pain, can end all sorrow, and can solve all problems. Now, sit with that for a moment. Sit with that for a moment and let that find acceptance in your mind. Because I guarantee you, the way you see yourself now, this is absolutely unacceptable to you, right? But allow that to find a place among your thoughts. Your holiness then can remove all pain, no exception, okay? Can end all sorrow, and can solve all problems. All of them. It can do so in connection with yourself and with anyone else. I love that. It's not even just, it doesn't only pertain to yourself, it can pertain to anyone. It's equal in its power, listen to this, to help anyone because it's equal in its power to save anyone. It's beyond any restriction of space-time. Okay? But this is the amazing part, because once you indeed allow yourself to experience that, to allow yourself to think entirely in a different manner, right? Opposite to the world's thinking, right? This becomes second nature. This becomes automatic. You will no longer think that you have any limitation. You'll no longer think that you are this limited being in space-time that's subject to all kinds of laws and limited in its power, separate from source. None of that. This is the reversal of thought that needs to occur in your awakening. This is the reversal of thought that the Course in Miracles tries to bring about. Can you use another method? Sure, but remember, there's only one universal course. Because, well, I don't like A Course in Miracles, I'm going to use something else. Well, Go right ahead. It's still going to be the same process. It's still going to be the same requirements, right? I don't understand separating methods. A Course in Miracles resonates with me simply because I like that clarity of thinking. I like that uncompromising thinking, right? It resonates with me. It's the way my mind works. I like uncompromising thinking. It's like I don't like vague. I need to, right? Love it. So what an amazing lesson. Let me see what else is in here. It says, in today's exercise, you will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, or suffering, in any form that you happen to think of in yourself or in someone else. We will make no distinctions because there are no distinctions. And again, right, if you go to the workbook where he says in the beginning, like, the only thing that we're asking of you that you apply these lessons without distinctions, without exceptions, right? The moment you make an exception, and none of this is no longer possible, right? This only works if you apply it in all circumstances, in all your, whatever you're being faced with. It's like a constant stepping back and asking for help. It's a constant acknowledgement that whatever you think is going on is not exactly what's going on, right? That there's another way to look at this. That your first reaction is usually the wrong one, right? You're going to solve it. You think you know what's going on. Instead, you learn to step back for a moment and ask for help. Hey, what is this? Show me. And that is applicable to everything, right? You could have someone just get really angry at you, and instead of defending yourself, you go like, wait a minute, I'm being confronted with one of my images that's really angry with me. Clearly, this mind is distraught. I need help. Show me how I can help, right? It's like an open-mindedness. Or you're facing another problem, maybe at work, or maybe anything you run into today. And instead of defining it what it is and telling it what it is, stepping back and allowing it to tell you what it is. How do I respond to this, right? How can I look differently at this? I know what I think I see, but show me what's really going on here. It's that open-mindedness, that what we call divine ignorance, that willingness to step back and look at this in a completely different way, that brings about that shift in mindset. And of course, that's what sets you free. That's what frees you up from the bondage of the world. It's a self-imposed bondage. It's you thinking without source. And the moment you think without source, you're lost. And you're just rummaging around in the illusions of your mind and nothing happens. But the moment you allow yourself to align with source, right, and you allow yourself to stay aligned, anything is possible. That's the mind training. That's A Course in Miracles. That's the training of awakening. That's your spiritual transformation. It's nothing to do with method. It has nothing to do with time. It's just the necessity of every mind that questions somewhere in space-time what it is or what it thinks it is, and allows itself to step back and ask for something out of that framework, right? Wait a minute, this cannot be it, right? There's got to be something else. There's got to be something better. I need help. Father God, help, right? If there is a God, I need help. That's what it is, right? It's not until you come to that you'll make progress. It's not about an accumulation of concepts. Oh, like you're a spiritual searcher, you got it all. All the concepts of all the religions and things. That's meaningless. It has nothing to do with anything, right? You're way better off acknowledging that you really don't know anything. That's when you make progress. What many of us have discovered is that we make our biggest progress at the moment that we think we're not learning anything. That we're not getting it, that we're stuck. That's usually when you make its biggest progress, because then that's when you really start no longer relying on your little idea of yourself, but allowing something bigger to come in, right? It's still going to require you asking for help. Still going to require you saying, hey, that's, help me with this. I'm stuck. I need help. I'm being, What an amazing idea. There's nothing my holiness cannot do, right? I love this lesson. And truly, truly, we're just asking for that entirely new way of thinking. And what happens when you make that your own? You become happy. You become at peace, right? You become calm, right? You become energetic. Calm and energetic are not opposites, by the way, right? There is a communication going on that's beyond the normal communication in the world, right? You're becoming aware of things that you would have never become aware of had you stayed in your old idea of yourself. So I just wanted to just kind of convey that today, because truly, truly, if you are on your spiritual path, and really it isn't a path, as we know, but if you are undergoing a spiritual transformation, if you are, right, awakening from the dreaming of the world, then this is your mind training. Then this is the way that you woke up. So I love you. Thank you for just joining with me today, because really we're just undergoing the same thing, right? Anyone undergoing awakening knows exactly what I'm talking about, and acknowledges that, yeah, this is what's happening to me, right? And there's no conflict. It's just us reminding each other, right, what's going on, and it is a spiritual and worldwide awakening going on. There just is. It's time for human mind to recognize what it truly is. It's divine inheritance, right? It's divine heritage, right? That it's not what it thought it was, but that it's one with source. And of course, everything since the beginning of time, every religion has been telling you this. Every spiritual man has been telling you this. And yet now it's you. Now it's not someone else. Now it's you waking up. So I love you. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you have a great, great day. And I'll see you out there.